truth.
Sounds like you got a head start on a good one, Birdie.
Thanks, Eli.
You know, it sounds a little 60s-ish.
I know. I'm writing it for my grandmother. Her birthday's the end of next week. I'm still working on the lyrics, though.
Yeah, they'll come to you. They always do. It sounds great, though.
Thanks. Hey, do you mind if I keep my guitar up there?
Oh, no problem.
All right, thanks, Eli. I gotta run. See you later.
Birdie Watchtower.
What an idiot. Mom?
You're up awfully early.
I know. I woke up about 5:30 with this song I've been working on running through my head. I was over at Eli's.
How'd you get in?
He gave me a key to the theater about a month ago. He likes my music.
I think he likes you. He does know you're still just a kid now, doesn't he? Your new song, another protest song, no doubt? Is it a hit single?
I guess it could be, if I could just get the right people to hear it. Anyway, it just feels better when I play it, I guess. And besides, Eli's like a lot older than me. We're just friends.
Well, watch out, Birdie. Club owners are notorious womanizers. Ask your Grammy. You got another letter from Ryan yesterday. Birdie, don't you think you could open one? Even write him back? I mean, the young man's over there in the desert doing something noble with his life, fighting for your freedom. And for you to break up with him 2 weeks before he left and never even open a letter.
He's not fighting for my freedom, Mom, or anyone else's. He might believe that. I know you do, but he's not. He's over there to make money for rich old men who never had the courage to serve their country themselves. He's over there to make money for the oil companies and the defense contractors. Can we not get into this? You know how I feel about it.
I know how you feel, and I know where you get it.
Not from her. I happen to read a lot. And sometimes, after I read a lot, I even think a lot on my own, thank you very much.
Well, think a lot about this. If that lefty newspaper you're reading accepts advertising, any at all, then someone else owns what they say.
I will think a lot about that. If you will, while you watch the news tonight.
What time do you go into work today, dear?
I quit.
You what? You quit the variety store. Jesus, Bertie. You know there aren't that many jobs in town. Jesus. Go on and tell me why. I'm sure it's ridiculous.
Because A, Mr. Peterson wouldn't let me put any Stop the War bumper stickers next to his Support the Troops ribbons, and B, he wouldn't let me off to go to Washington, D.C.
Well, A, it's Bob Peterson's store, and he can sell or not sell anything he wants. And B, Washington, D.C., what?
There's going to be a protest, a huge march. Everybody's going to be there.
Everyone except you. You're not going.
I'm almost 18, Mom. I can go if I want. I'm going with Grams.
That burnout, she doesn't know whether she's coming or going.
You might not know whether she's coming or going, but she does. She knows exactly where she is.
Almost 18.
I've been saving money for over a year and I'm going.
What are they protesting this time? Fur coats?
Funny, Mom. The war. The war and the whole administration. They're criminals.
Bertie, they're all crooked. They're all crooked and rotten to the core. Right wing and left wing. And you know what? There's nothing you can do about it.
Maybe they are all criminals, Mom, but these criminals are letting young men die for money. If everybody would just get off their lazy butts and...
And what? Write a song about it? Look, when you've got all that money, buying all that power, that's it. They're gonna do whatever they wanna do, whenever they wanna do it. And you painting some stupid sign and marching in some ridiculous protest isn't gonna do a thing. Nothing.
But if everybody just got up and protested, like Grammy did.
Oh yeah, your Grammy got around all right. She carted my 3-year-old butt to every political march, sit-in, and rally she could find. Kinda like a professional protester. Only professionals actually get paid for their efforts.
I know, Mom, I know, but...
You don't know anything. Go ask your Grammy what happened. They were gonna change the world. They were gonna overthrow the government and start a new society based on peace and love. Ask her why that didn't happen. Ask her why none of that stuff ever happened. You wanna know why it didn't happen? Because people, when you get right down to it, are greedy. And where there's greed, there's corruption, always.
You know, Mom, I'll never understand how you got to where you are. I mean, you were born in a commune, for God's sake.
Being born in a commune doesn't make me a hippie any more than your being born in a hospital makes you a doctor, Bertie. It's where you live that counts. I just choose to live in the real world. Look, I know you're different. I'm acutely aware that you graduated high school a year early and painfully aware of your decision to hold off on university life. But let me make this decision for you. You're not going to Washington, and neither is your Grammy. I'm not having it.
I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, go forth and write a song that'll change the world, Bertie. I'll be at work.
Hey, Bertie, wait up.
Hey, Hunter.
Where are you going?
Just out for a hike.
Can I go?
Not this time, Hunter. Sorry.
Oh, how come?
Because I just kind of got into a fight with my mom, and I need to get my head on straight. You don't mind if I go by myself this time, do you?
No, I guess not. You're still gonna help me with my homework tonight, aren't you?
For sure. I'll see you later.
For sure.
You got another letter from Ryan yesterday. Bertie, don't you think you could open one? Even write him back? I mean, the young man's over there in the desert doing something noble with his life. Fighting for your freedom. And for you to break up with him 2 weeks before he left and never even open a letter.
He's not fighting for my freedom, Mom, or anyone else's. He might believe that. I know you do, but he's not. He's over there to make money for rich old men who never had the courage to serve their country themselves. He's over there to make money for the oil companies and the defense contractors. Can we not get into this? You know how I feel about it.
Look, when you've got all that money, buying all that power, that's it. They're gonna do whatever they wanna do, whenever they wanna do it. And you painting some stupid sign and marching in some ridiculous protest isn't gonna do a thing. Nothing.
Spread my wings and fly high above the ground. Nothing that I found seems true. From my tree I've seen them dancing at their ball, flying to a song, and I'm blue. But when I fly, I'm with you. Fly across the sky to be with you. Everyone below me looks as if they're lost. They didn't know the cost of their game, and they blame each other and each other's God. Yet they do it all in His name. But when I fly, I'm with you. Fly across the sky to be with you. If you see me flying, come and fly with me. From up here you'll see what I speak of. Perhaps then you'll know the world's a tiny place, that man has just one face and one love. And when I fly, I'll fly with you. Fly across the sky to be with you.
Birdie Mae Watchtower. How's your mom?
She's fine, I guess.
Well, what can I do for you, Birdie?
I want to rent the Opera House. I'm going to hold a concert. You know, have some bands from around the area come in and play for everyone. I think it'd be great, don't you?
Birdie, Birdie, Birdie. I don't know about that.
Come on, Mr. Sparks. We could sure use some entertainment around here. You know, escape from our problems for a little while.
I happened to hear you sing at Eli's the other night, Birdie. A real sweet song, something about a bird.
Birdsong.
Birdsong. Yeah, anyway, I thought it was real sweet until I began to listen to the words. Something about blaming each other's gods and doing it all in his name. Something like that. Just exactly what were you trying to say, Birdie?
Just that wars fought over religion are stupid, that's all.
You know they want to wipe us all off the face of the earth, don't you?
Mr. Sparks, I just want to rent the Opera House.
You know, Ryan says in his letters that you don't write him back. He's fighting them over there while you're prancing about town.
I'm not prancing around town.
Were you free to get up on the stage over here and sing about our God not being as good as theirs? You think I'm going to let you do that in my own building? While he's over there fighting them with a gun strapped on his back in harm's way?
I'm not saying that our God isn't better than their God, Mr. Sparks.
Well, you're right about that. Because our God does not condone the killing of innocent women and children.
Have you ever read Leviticus, Mr. Sparks?
Leviticus?
It's in the Old Testament, but forget it. And Ryan, I pleaded with him not to join. I pleaded with him not to let them use him, that they were lying. Your son is in harm's way while the ones that sent him sit in comfort. You should be outraged. They profit from his sweat and from his courage, and I pray every night that they don't profit from his blood.
Oh, yeah? Whose God would you be praying to, Birdie?
There's only one God, Mr. Sparks. I just hope that God's listening. Fat cat. You about finished, Hunter?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, let's take a look. Alright, take a look at this one.
I forgot to carry the 3?
You forgot to carry the 3, exactly. What do you get when you carry the 3?
46?
46, exactly.
Birdie,
Yes, Hunter?
can I go hiking with you tomorrow?
I'm not going hiking tomorrow, Hunter. I'm gonna finish the song I've been working on in time to play it at Eli's tomorrow night. I'll probably go hiking the day after. You wanna go then?
Sure. Birdie,
Mm-hmm.
show me how you do it again.
The math problem?
No, the music. Show me how you make it all play at the same time.
I've shown you 100 times. Hundreds of times.
Please.
Okay, come here. Thank you. All right. First thing I do is I put down the drums like this. And then I put down the bass and the rhythm guitar. And I keep adding stuff until all that's left are the lead vocals. And then I download all of this onto this MP3 player, and then I plug it in when I play it at Eli's. Nothing to it.
That's so cool.
I know. Now go finish those last problems. I'm sure your mom's waiting for you to come home.
Nothing to it.
Dear Birdie, I hope you're not still mad at me. You know, there's a bunch of guys in here doing exactly what I'm doing. We figure if we keep our eyes open and our mouths shut, we'll be home next Christmas. There's even a guy here from your Grammy's hometown, and he talks just like her. He talks just like her, but believe me, Birdie, he's never even heard of hummus. The food here is exactly what you'd expect. Horrible. But you burn it off so fast, I guess it doesn't have time to do any real damage. Anyway, Mom says you decided not to go to school this year. That's cool with me. We can head out to the Front Range together when I get back. Tell everyone I said hello. And write me back, Birdie.
Well, what'd you think?
I liked it. Pretty fun.
It's not supposed to be funny, Eli.
Wow, that's good because your boss and a couple other folks didn't think it was funny at all.
My boss? You mean Mr. Peterson? I quit the variety store. He's not my boss anymore.
Well, that's probably good too because he said I ought to get rid of you. He told me you were trouble.
Do you think I'm trouble, Eli?
Look, Bertie, just don't step on too many toes around here, all right?
So what'd you get on your math test?
90. I only missed 2.
Did you forget to carry the numbers?
Yeah, on one of them. But on the other one, I don't know what happened.
Well, I think 90 is pretty good for someone who didn't have a clue 2 weeks ago.
So, how come you broke up with Ryan?
Oh no, not you too, please. Why does everyone want to know what everyone else is doing around here? Why does everyone want to know why I broke up with Ryan?
Because, Bertie, he's your boyfriend. He's always been your boyfriend.
Not anymore, Hunter.
So how come?
Because Ryan did the stupidest thing he could ever do. Because he joined the army. What an idiot.
But Bertie, don't boys have to join the army sometimes?
Sometimes, Hunter. But not this time. This time, it's just stupid. He joined up 3 years into a war that never made sense in the first place. What an idiot.
So why did you join up?
I don't know, Hunter. When he got laid off from his job, he had to find other ways to get money for college. But Lord knows there's other ways to get money for college. You don't have to go to the army and to the desert and let people shoot at you. What an idiot.
Do you still love him?
I don't know. I still think I have a lot to learn about things like love, Hunter. When it comes to that kind of stuff, part of me is still just a kid. But I know I don't want to love somebody and then have it go away. I don't want to love somebody and have it be just a little while, you know?
I still think you love him.
What an idiot.
Bertie!
Church business. Way down in Alabama. Yeah, I'm a silver-tongued devil. Noise is what I am. I can take you to heaven. Roads rocky and hard. if you need a quick miracle, well, we take red cards. Then tell your message of the Lamb. Yeah, I can sell you salvation. Yeah, Alabama. I can speak in tongues like an alien snakes. Oh, you can cast out demons. Cast out demons. Cast out demons.
Do you still love him?
I think I have a lot to learn about things like love. That kind of stuff. Part of me is still just a kid, but I know I don't want to love somebody. There's no way. I don't want to love somebody and have it be just a little while, you know?
I still think you love him.
What an idiot.
Come, little one, for surely it is written, seek, and ye shall find.
Mr. Preacher Man, I thought you were amazing.
It's a powerful thing to have the anointing of the Spirit, child. A powerful, powerful thing. What's your name?
Well, I'm Birdie. Birdie Watchtower. I've lived here forever, I think, but I've never seen you before.
Oh, that's because I ain't from around here, Miss Birdie Watchtower. The name's Atticus Atwater out of Totesuck, Alabama. I'm just passing through, trying to save as many souls as I can along the way. Now, what can I do for you, Miss Birdie?
It's about my mother. She's lost and can't find her way.
Oh, we're all lost, Miss Birdie, each and every one of us. And only through grace, mercy, and powerful prayer can we find the straight and narrow path that leads to salvation. Now, I'm sure that the seed that you sowed today, the vow of faith that you made during the anointing of the Spirit, surely have started the heavenly wheels in motion, and that the Lord Himself will work a miracle in your good mother's life. You did make a vow of faith today, didn't you, Miss Birdie?
Well, I did indeed, Reverend. I prayed to heaven that God would show my mother that good will triumph over evil, and that the good within us all will someday prevail. Like I said, Reverend, I was very moved.
Oh, that's a fine prayer, Miss Birdie, a fine prayer indeed. But did you sow a seed with me today?
I'm afraid I don't understand, Reverend.
Did you put any money in the basket, Birdie? Did you sow a seed?
I'm afraid I didn't.
That's all right, Miss Birdie. Perhaps you forgot. It happens every now and again, when one is particularly caught up in the Spirit. Perhaps you'd like to sow one now.
I can't, Reverend. You see, I just quit my job and I have to save all my money for a trip to Washington with my grandmother.
Are you sure you can't sow a seed, Miss Birdie? Mighty oaks from little acorns grow, mighty oaks, child.
I can't, Reverend. I just can't.
Well, then I'm afraid I can't help you, Miss Birdie. I'm afraid I can't help you at all. Now, if you'll excuse me, I believe someone today planted a seed of faith with a basket full of fried chicken. And guiding my flock makes me powerful hungry at times.
Reverend, do you believe that good will ever conquer evil?
Believe whatever you want, Miss Birdie Watchtower. Whatever you want.
Birdie, Birdie. 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 Birdie.
How long was I out?
I don't know. A long time. Maybe a whole minute.
Whoa. Whoa.
You were mumbling something about salvation.
It was like a really weird dream. There's a preacher man and a snake and... Let's go home, okay? My head's killing me. I think my mom was a choir girl.
Is that you, Bird?
Yeah, Mom, it's me.
Dinner's in the oven if you want.
No thanks. I don't feel so hot right now. Bumped my head pretty good up on the trail today.
Oh,
I
sweet.
think I'm just gonna go lie down.
Is it serious? Do we need to go to the doctor?
No, I'm fine. I'm sure it's just a bump. I'm gonna go lie down.
If you're sure, but call me if you need me, okay?
Thanks, Mom.
Excuse me, sir. You haven't looked at an address.
Yeah, recruiting today.
No, sir, not today.
Dylan, what a nice surprise.
I thought I'd find you here.
I haven't seen you in a pair of hiking boots since I don't know when.
Well, you know, some of us choose to work for a living.
And some of us choose to work at living. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? Why don't you have a seat? What brings you out here?
You know what brings me out here? I want you to stop putting crazy ideas into Bertie's head. This whole going to Washington thing is ridiculous.
What's more ridiculous? Protesting the war or the war itself?
What's ridiculous is thinking you can do anything about it. Mother, your radical views and their influence on Bertie have caused her to turn her back on a decent young man. Solely because he had the courage to take up arms for his and your country. He's a patriot.
You're right. Ryan Sparks is a decent, courageous young man. But in my opinion, and many other people's opinion, he's not over there fighting for his country. He's laying his life on the line for these big oil companies over here to take over their natural resources.
Funny, Mom, but I've heard almost those exact words come out of Bertie's mouth. Those exact words. I wonder where on earth she got them. You wouldn't know, now would you?
She's a wonderful girl, Dylan. Independent, smart, talented.
And still highly impressionable. I'd appreciate it if you keep your views to yourself. My country, right or wrong.
Don't misquote, dear.
What?
My country, right or wrong? If right, to be kept right. If wrong, to be set right.
That's not the way I heard it.
That's what happens when you get your facts from what you hear.
My mother, political activist, scholar, and patriot.
Thomas Jefferson, Ben Franklin, James Madison, all political activists and patriots. Patriotism takes many forms, my dear.
Whatever, Mom. Dylan, what on earth
did I ever do
It's
to
not
make...
what you did, Mommy dearest. It's what you didn't do.
Didn't do? I've always been there for you. I always will be.
I seem to recall 2 weeks when I was a kid when you weren't there for me at all. Remember that?
Like it was yesterday. I cried my eyes out each and every day until we got you back.
Yeah, I cried too. At least for the first few days.
I don't understand.
When they placed me into foster care, it was the first and only time in my childhood where it was all about me. The Thompsons paid attention to me. They were normal people, Mom.
You still remember their names?
It's like yesterday. Remember me crying my eyes out when they finally brought me back to you? You want to know why? It's because I wanted to stay with them. It's because I knew with you, any minute we'd be off to the next sit-in or rally or whatever, sleeping on the ground with total strangers and going potty out in the bushes.
No one has the luxury of choosing the times they're in, Dylan.
Political activism is no place for kids, Mom. And I'd appreciate it if you'd leave my daughter out of it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to get back to work. Sorry to mess up your karma or aura or whatever you have going on here.
Dylan, I'm going to Washington. Bertie's old enough to make her own decisions. If she wants to go, there's a seat in the car with her name on it.
We'll see, Mom. We'll see. Everyone except you. You're not going.
I'm almost 18, Mom. I can go if I want. I'm going with Grams.
That burnout, she doesn't know whether she's coming or going.
You might not know whether she's coming or going, but she does. She knows exactly where she is.
getting your things together, girl? We leave on Saturday, you know. Day after my birthday, hint, hint.
I know. Have you talked to Mom yet?
Yeah, she said you two kind of got into it. She said you quit your job. It's no biggie. You really have to quit anyway. Go to D.C.
Yeah.
What is it, Birdie? What's the matter? You bailing on me?
I don't know. I mean, no,
Then what is it? What's bugging you?
it's nothing. Just a headache, that's all. Gramps,
Yes, Birdie.
how you and Mom like each other?
Don't like each other. I love your mother, Birdie. I love your mother very much.
Then how come she doesn't like you?
She likes me, Birdie Bird. She likes me. She just has a hard time dealing with me. I can be a handful, you know.
You are not a handful.
Maybe not so much now, but I used to be, especially when your mother was growing up. I used to be pretty involved back in the day, and it was probably like total chaos for your mother.
Mom says you guys were going to change the world.
We thought we were, Birdie. We really thought we were onto something.
So what happened?
Oh, the 60s were a mess, Birdie. Everything was happening all at once. In 63, Martin Luther King gave his I Have a Dream speech in Washington. I was there.
You were?
Yep, it was the first time I'd ever been out of Texas. Your mother was there too. Let me tell you, she was a real trooper.
Amazing.
Dr. King was amazing. Even though his message was about racial equality, it felt like he was empowering all of us, black and white alike. It felt like he was telling all of us that if we stood together for what we knew in our hearts was right, we could really change the world. And when we looked around and saw the thousands that came out that day, we really believed him. We really, really did believe.
Wish I could have been there.
Oh, you would have loved it, Birdie. Anyway, after they killed President Kennedy, they jacked the war up, and all of a sudden guys were getting drafted right out of high school to go die in a country most of them couldn't even find on a map. Because if we didn't fight them over there in Vietnam, next thing you know, they'd be down the block. Sound familiar?
Yeah, quite familiar.
So by 66, the war protests were in full swing. Every young man was doing whatever he could to avoid the draft. College, graduate school, marriage, kids, anything to defer being called up. But by then, they were going after everyone. The war wasn't going well, and the Johnson administration was sure the only answer was to escalate, to send even more kids into the meat grinder.
Kind of like what's going on now.
You're catching on pretty quick, aren't you? LBJ decided not to run for re-election. And when Bobby Kennedy jumped into the race, we were all elated. Here was this guy that, even though he came from a rich, powerful family, I mean, he was one of us.
Yeah, I've seen videos of him. He's always brushing his hair out of his eyes with his hands.
And giving the peace sign. He knew the war was a scam, Birdie, and he was going to get us out of it. And then you know what happened next.
They killed him.
Yeah, they killed him. 1968. First they killed Dr. King, then they killed Bobby Kennedy, and they buried most of our innocents along with them.
But you guys didn't stop. I mean, I read where Kent State wasn't until 1970.
Of course we didn't stop. The war didn't stop. By the time Nixon was elected, there were almost 500,000 American soldiers in Vietnam. 30,000 were already dead, and each month we were losing over 1,000 more. 1,000 a month. It was complete madness. We went from wanting to change the country's leadership to wanting, a lot of us anyway, to change the government itself.
So Graham was revolutionary.
I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, I guess, the National Guard killed 4 unarmed war protesters at Kent State University. 4 unarmed kids whose big crime was that they disagreed with what their government was doing. 2 days later, I got arrested for protesting the shootings. And even though I was out in like 10 or 12 hours, I didn't see your mother for almost 2 weeks. They took her away from me. Is that the kind of government any of us want?
Honestly, Grams, sounds a lot like what's going on now.
By 1970, only 26% of Americans supported the war, and yet it went on for another 5 years. After all was said and done, 58,000 were dead. And for what? You know that today, right now, you can walk down the street in communist Saigon and see any fast food restaurant that you can out in Denver.
Yeah, I guess communism's okay as long as you're the one they're doing business with.
Apparently. You asked me earlier what happened? Why we didn't change the world? The truth is, I don't know. The Vietnam War took a lot out of us, and a lot of us were worn out, so we dropped out and moved to the mountains. We learned that it takes a lot of money to change things, and peace freaks and hippies generally don't have that kind of cash lying around. Look, the government's always going to be for sale to the highest bidder. You throw enough money at them and you pretty much do whatever you want. The best is to avoid them altogether, to be self-sufficient. And then they're more of a nuisance than anything else. Unless
what?
Unless they start stealing votes to stay in power.
And then what?
And then using that stolen power to start wars where kids die for no other reason than to make money for them and their buddies. It's like...
It's what, Graham? Say it.
It's like they're a scab. It's like something that bothers you and bothers you and bothers you until there's nothing left but to pick it off. Pick it off and
let it bleed.
Have your things ready by Friday, Birdie. I want to get an early start.
Don't worry about it, Grams. Don't give it another thought.
There's a scab upon us and won't go away. Sometimes we pick it, but it's here to stay. We try managing corruption while encouraging our greed. The time has come to change direction. Pick it off and let it bleed. Nothing but a scam. Stolen votes and made up wars made me what I am. So if you've got a soul, a heart for friends in need, do us both a favor. Pick it off. Pick it off, let me bleed. It might take some time to heal. It will surely leave a scar. But I'm sure that who will be is better than who we are. Is better than who we are. It might take some time to heal. It will surely leave a scar.
Are you sure? We'll do something about
But
it.
I'm sure that who will be
Okay.
is better than who we are. Is better than who we are. Is better than who we are. Let it bleed.
Rock on, Birdie.
Thanks.
You and I need to talk. Not tonight. Enjoy all this. But you and I need to talk. Promise me.
It's about the song, isn't it? You didn't like it, I guess.
It's not a matter of where I liked it or not, which I did. Just promise me we'll talk tomorrow.
Tomorrow, then.
I used to have a job. Yeah, I used to get paid. Used to go out on the town with my friends. Used to have it made. But then my job moved far away. And it don't matter how much cheaper things are now, 'cause I still can't pay.
Don't keep doing this to me, Birdie. I mean, you're painting me into a corner with this music of yours.
I can't believe you didn't like it, Eli. I thought I knew you better.
I didn't say I didn't like it. Look, it's like this. We live in a small town around here. 800 or so people. That's 800 people for me to do business with. I'll let you play here because I like you. For the most part, I like your music. You've got a key. You come in here and practice whenever you want. But to come down here, get up on my stage, use it as your own personal soapbox to push your views.
They're your views too, Eli, and you know it.
Look, like I said, so many people live in this town. You tick off half of them, I've only got the other half.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is, no more political songs. If you want to play something new in here, from now on, you got to run it by me first.
You're kidding.
I am not.
Run them by you.
That's right.
And if I don't?
Well, I'll go backstage, I'll find the fuse box, I'll pull the plug on you. Then you're going to have to find somewhere else to play, which may be a good thing because, you know, you're good enough to play anywhere. Maybe it's time to fly, Birdie, you know?
Maybe so, Eli. I'll see you around.
Look, Birdie, it's not personal, no matter what you think.
The sad thing is, Eli, is I know it's not personal. I know it's not. It just seems like money makes everybody's decisions for them these days, you know?
That's the world we live in, Birdie.
Well, maybe it's time for a new one.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, are we cool?
Always, Eli. See you around.
I used to have a girl. named April May. She thought I hung the moon and hung on every single word that I'd say. But April's gone now. Said she couldn't stay. And a pocket full of memories is all I've got of better days. And if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, there'd be a happy holiday. But the world keeps turning, just not my way. Night after night, day by day, I swallow all my pride down at the corner with my sign and make my way. So if you see me, don't be afraid. But for the grace of God, go you, my friend. It ain't over till the end. That's what they say. And if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, there'd be a happy holiday. But the world keeps turning, just not my way. And the world keeps turning, just not my way.
Mom? Mother.
I'm sorry.
Mother.
I felt like somebody should read them. I felt like they deserved to be read.
You felt like it. You had no right. These letters were addressed to me.
Then read them. I'm going out to dinner with Debbie and Joe. I'm sure you're mad at me right now, so I'm going to give you some space. Go write a song on what an evil person I am. I'll understand. But read the letters first, Birdie, and then do what you want.
You had no right.
Sometimes having the right and doing what's right are two different things. Like I said, I'm sorry.
Miss Dillon?
Hi, Hunter. How are you this evening?
Fine. Is Birdie home?
Yeah, Hunter, but she's very busy right now.
Does she have homework?
Tons, Hunter. A whole bunch.
Maybe I could help her.
Well, the kind of homework she has, she needs to do all by herself. I'd appreciate it if you just let her do it alone, okay?
Okay.
I'll see you later, sweetie.
Bye.
Dear Birdie, I guess by now it must look pretty pathetic. You sitting there with a pile of letters unopened and unread, I imagine. The odd thing is that to me it doesn't really matter. Do you remember that summer when we were kids and we hiked up on your Grammy while she was meditating? She was so deep into it that she didn't even know we were there, and she scared us, remember? When we shook her and woke her up, she told us she was sending positive energy or something to her friend out in San Francisco, remember? We thought it was so cool. We spent the rest of the summer sending our thoughts through the air to each other from our bedrooms at night. We were sure we could feel each other in the room with us. Birdie, I know I made a mistake being here. I really thought it wouldn't be that bad, that I'd come over here, do a little time, then come back home and let the government pay for my education. I just thought I'd take a 2-year detour from my life in order to get somewhere better later. But it's crazy over here. And even when we're done, they decide we need to do more by extending our deployment. Meanwhile, nobody really knows why we're here. The people we're supposed to be saving want us to leave. And every day a few more of us are randomly picked off for no good reason and sent home. You knew all this. I suppose that I did too. I guess I was just blinded by the money. But when I write to you, when I commit my thoughts to paper and send them on their way, I'm with you. As I write, I'm there with you. I believe those thoughts written on paper are somehow alive and floating through the cosmos. I believe that all you have to do is think of me, and then all those thoughts floating through the heavens will immediately find their way home. And if you don't think of me now, well, that's okay too. Because I know that someday you will think of me, and then all those thoughts, all those emotions that have been collecting and waiting in the heavens will suddenly rush over you all at once. And when they do rush over you, I'll immediately know. You were and are my first and only love. Long before that, you were my best friend. We grew up together, Birdie. We faced every danger and enemy, both real and imagined, together. I know why you're so angry. You're mad at me because you love me and can't protect me. I understand. But your Grammy says that holding on to anger is like carrying something evil around in your pocket. Empty your pockets, Birdie. Let it all rush over you, and remember, I'll know. Forever, Ryan.
You are here. You are here. I am there. I am there. I love you. I love you. I love you. B.
You sleep all right?
Yeah, I did.
Are you still mad at me?
Not really.
Good. I didn't think you'd ever forgive me.
You did what you thought was right, and maybe it was. Besides, I wouldn't want to be way up in Washington and be all mad at you out here.
Birdie, it just gets people's hopes up. It doesn't change anything. And I don't know which I trust least. That old hippie van your Grammy keeps in storage, or her behind the wheel.
Well, I'm driving, and it runs great. We took it to Moab last summer. If the protests bring Ryan home one day sooner, Mom, then it's worth it. I can't be there to protect him, so I have to do what I can out here. And besides, it's a beautiful day, and there's nothing anyone can do to ruin it. I'm gonna go mail this letter to Ryan. I'll be home later.
Have a good day, sweetie.
Love you.
Mrs. Henderson? It's still in Watchtower. Listen, I found a couple of properties you might be interested in. They're a little bit more than you wanted, but the views are to die for. I thought maybe this afternoon we could go look at them. Great.
Excuse me, sir. Could you help me locate an address?
Yeah, recruiting today.
No, sir, not today.
Oh. What are you looking for?
338 6th
Street or Avenue?
Street.
Yeah, if you go up here to the hotel, take a left, go on up the road, and then around.
They all right?
She said they're just fine. She said everybody's been just great.
They just need to hole up for a while, I guess. Did they say anything about the services?
Yeah, it's Saturday, and here at Cedar Ridge.
Mom, did you tell her?
Yeah, Birdie. She's not mad at all. She understands everything, and she said she's not mad at all. She's not. She was upset when he joined, too. She never told anyone because she didn't want to seem un-American. Mom, come here. Listen to me. I'm gonna let Birdie go with you. She'd probably find a way to go anyway, so I might as well act like I'm on board with it.
Thanks, Mom. You have no idea how much this means to me.
I think I do. Birdie, do you know how much I love you?
Yeah, Mom, I do.
Are you doing okay?
It just seems like it all happened for nothing. Mom, don't you know that it's wrong? I mean, the war and all.
I don't know, Birdie. I just don't know.
Well, here's what I think. Let's not get upset or anything, but here's what I think. I think that a bunch of people know that there's a lot of stuff going on around here that's not right. I mean, they know that it's not right, but it's easier to keep on living their lives thinking that it is.
You're talking about me. You're saying I live my life with blinders on. You see, that's the difference between you, your Grammy, and me. I'm a realist.
I think we're all wearing blinders, Mom. I put mine on the day Ryan was sworn in. You put yours on the day the weird phone calls for John Neal started.
I just wanted to give your stepfather the benefit of the doubt.
But you knew. You stayed in there telling yourself the same thing every day, but by the end you knew. For sure you knew.
I guess.
Anyway, I just think we're all like that to a certain degree. But deep down, we still know what's right.
I guess I felt that since there was so much corruption, I mean, you see it in every walk of life, Birdie. So much corruption that wars, I guess, are inevitable.
Maybe. But you're paying for it. You pay taxes and say, here, take my money. Do what you want to do with it. Do what you think you need to do with my money to make this world a better place. And they take it and do whatever they want with it.
Both sides do that, Birdie. Surely you know that.
I do. But there's a big difference when the pockets being lined with your money are being worn by people who need to send boys off to die before the profits start rolling in. Grams, do you have a padlock I can use?
What for?
I think I might need to use one for something.
There's one on the crossface door. It's just hanging there unlocked. The key's in the junk drawer.
Thanks. Got some stuff to do before the funeral. And Mom, thanks. I love you.
I love you too, sweetheart.
She's a good kid, Bill, and you've done a good job with her.
I suppose we both have, Mother. We both have. I just wish her father was here to see it.
He is. He's here every time she picks up a guitar.
Crying as you're driving to work again. Yeah, you're burning the candle at both ends and wishing you were there to tuck 'em in. But you got bills to pay now. Raising those kids on your own. Your tears and your pain created this song. But you're gonna make it, 'cause you're so strong. You gotta look up through the gray now. You're feeling scared, just whisper a prayer. Sunny days will come your way now. 'Cause God knows it ain't easy, no. Life can be so unfair. for two is all on you, and no one seems to care. Just remember, God is always there. Keep whispering your prayer, 'cause He knows you're feeling tired and you're ready to give it all up. 'Cause it seems no matter how hard you try, your best just isn't good enough. You gotta hold on, baby. You gotta be tough. Got your kids counting on you. Don't be giving up, 'cause they need your love. So dry your eyes, you're gonna make it through. Yeah, only you can make your dreams come true. Get over it, get on with it, it's up to you. You got to learn to laugh again now. Let it go and forgive, it's time to live, 'cause life's too short, my friend, now. Procrastination, your destination, so what's it gonna be? Do you really wanna stay in the same old chains? Do you wanna be free? Are you gonna stay down or rise to victory? Either way, you choose your destiny. So take your God-given gift, go on and use it. Don't be saving it for your grave. Just throw away all your lousy excuses, 'cause tomorrow may be too late. So don't you wait, today's the day. Don't procrastinate, your dreams will slip away, 'cause tomorrow might be too late.
I think I just saw Birdie come in. I think she's going on stage. For those who know me, you know this has been a pretty rough week. But at least I'm still here. We all are. And while I'm here, I'm going to do what I can. I hope we all do. This song's for Ryan.
you a question?
Sure, honey. What is it?
What time did it happen?
They told me it was just a random roadside bomb. They said it happened about 2:20 in the afternoon.
What time was it here?
Here in the mountains, it was 4:20 in the morning on the same day.
I love you.
I'll know.
Thank you, Mrs. Sparks. God bless.
God bless.
Are you going away forever, Birdie? Are you ever coming back?
Of course I'm coming back, Hunter. But I'll be gone for a while, and I want you to take care of this while I'm gone, okay?
But Birdie, it's your guitar. You'll need it.
I've still got my acoustic with me. And besides, there aren't very many places to play this where I'm going.
How come?
Well, there aren't very many places to plug a guitar into when you're sleeping on the ground with strangers and going potty in the bushes.
I love you, Birdie.
I love you too, Hunter. I love you too. Now be good. And don't forget to carry those numbers over.
Nothing to it.
by missiles, not school books. In the global chess game we must play, the pawns are getting rooked. There's always cash